started when I was running an online magazine, and we were trying to think of different ways that we could do kind of cover music and do mixtapes really, but it was something that was quite tricky to work out because everyone was doing mixtapes and it was done all over the internet. And we had this empty warehouse space just down the road from here. I called up a couple of guys, Femi, who now runs NTS, and Thristian, who runs the show with me, who hosts the show. And I said, do you want to come around and kind of record a mix? It'd be more like a kind of, our take on how we could do mixtapes differently was to try and make it like more of a hangout, so it wasn't like a studio session or whatever. People could come, bring their friends, drink. It was really relaxed.
The general essence is come down and play what you want to play, and in general, you know, if it's like a band or whatever, usually the kind of sense is not to play a clubby set. It's more what you play with your mates in the bedroom or whatever you listen to on a Sunday evening. Do you know what I mean? Like, not you get paid to go and play in parties around the world. It's kind of like the other part of your collection. I think that's kind of what reduces everyone, because, you know, everyone knows what's hot and what's banging, but, you know, it's quite good to be able to divert left, I think.
It kind of seduces people to come down.
Yeah, gets to tickle their fancy a little bit. Yeah. It's our first session in what is hopefully going to be well, it is going to be our permanent space in London. It's quite exciting, because it means we can experiment a little bit more. And we've got Pip and Jneiro Jarel and a couple of other DJs coming down and playing. It should be fun. It's basically the first session in our new spot, which is quite fun. The first one we've kind of purposefully built. Others have been kind of bashed together. This has been bashed together, but there's been some kind of intent there.
The night before we decided to stream it, rather than just record it and put it out there, and we did it, and a whole bunch of people came and hung out, and you know, it was just a lot of fun. And before we know it, you know, before we knew it, the next morning we woke up and we were just like, that's the idea, not just the recording of it, it's the streaming thing that made that special. And then every time we did a show, we'd always have the camera in front, and anyway, we're still kind of developing the whole thing, but basically it became a kind of a very, like, I think, honest and also the more unadulterated way of seeing what's happening in the music scene. So I think, you know, when you go to a nightclub or when you go to a gig or whatever, you see a very different thing to what you see at Boiler Room, because the artist feels different, they're playing to a different kind of set, they're not really playing for the audience. The crowd in the room are different as well, and they're not out on a Friday night going crazy, so it's, I guess it's just basically, we've got a specific setting and aesthetic that we now try and apply to different music scenes around the world. Now we've got our own space, it just gives us the freedom to kind of do what we've always wanted to do, and what we perhaps started out doing, which is we can be more experimental, we can do big shows, we can have huge artists and small artists, it doesn't matter. Just kind of we control the whole thing. So.
I think just in general, it's quite fun to, I was thinking about it the other day, just in a random kind of space, and I was like, you know, going around the world and partying in different little spots, it's quite fun, do you know what I mean? So yeah, just in general, that is quite fun, just, you know, going and checking out parties and kind of scenes in London or Berlin or LA or wherever else we go. It's quite fun. It's a lot of fun.